My name is Leslie Delp, and I am the founder and the bereavement specialist at Olivia's House, a grief and loss center for children. When they walk in the door, they're immediately comforted, I think, by the art, by the energy, and by the hope that they feel just from everything here at Olivia's House. Kind of like a pair of arms that wraps around the child with a big hug when they walk in the door.
Our job is to determine and teach how do you put meaning to your loss and cope with it in a positive way.
You can't take away the pain, and you can't bring their loved one back, but you can help them to be a teacher of their pain. And that's, I think, what we all need to be in life. We share our stories, we share our histories, and if you ever talk to anybody who has lost a loved one, especially the tragedies that our nation has seen, the 9/11s and the plane crashes, you hear that they feel better when they're helping someone else. So that's really what it's all about. We have programs for, of course, all ages. We've got art therapy and play therapy and adjunctives like equine therapy with horses that's so powerful with teen boys and families. We know the specialists in the community who understand grief and loss, who understand mental health and the difference between the two, and we can make those connections, which I think is a very, very powerful gift that you can give someone, and it's all at no cost. Bereavement process is a natural process that all human beings go through. So a child is naturally moving through like an adult. However, there are developmental tasks that a child has to also work through. So, a 3-year-old does not understand the finality of death, and an 8-year-old is very biologically interested in what's going on inside the body or that caused the death. And a teenager is using his peers or her peers to comfort them and really protecting their parents. So these are all developmental tasks. The faith journey comes into play for young adults. And so they've got the normal natural bereavement process working, but then they have all of these additional developmental tasks. And I find that when I teach the adults in the world of the child all about those developmental tasks, they're amazed. They never really stopped to think about it. They weren't taught. They didn't know, they didn't understand. And so that is very rewarding to be able to bring that education to families in a time of crisis.
Olivia's House is really, really great at making children realize that it's okay to cry, that grief is a journey and a process. They also teach a lot and talk a lot about coping skills and different feelings. A lot of children don't know how to explain or don't have the right words for feelings and what they're going through, and Olivia's House gives voice to that, and it tells them it's okay to feel that way and that maybe these are some ways you can deal with it, but that everyone's different and you'll be okay. In the end, you'll be okay.
You're not alone. There's so many. This is a natural part of life. You unfortunately are experiencing at a different time, but you're not the only one out there. They love coming here for that community and for that bond.
Hi, I'm Justin. My grandfather had cancer. I went to Olivia's house and it really helps me. We took boxes and painted them and put stuff to remember my grandfather in. It's all right to be sad, and you can always have memories, and they're not gone, not every part of them.
Memories are a treasure of our mind. That's a gift we give ourselves. So I love to teach children that the more you talk about them, the more it hurts at first, and sometimes the tears come, but eventually the tears will be smiles, and eventually the hurt will be healing.
The last week of programs at Olivia's House, we have the Celebration of Life dinner, and every family brings in their loved one's favorite dish or dessert or whatever. And it's really interesting because we'll have key lime pie and fried chicken and pork loin and potato salad and just such a variety of different things, but it's those things that make up what they loved about their loved one and what they're going to miss about their loved one, but they don't have to forget it or stop making it because it reminds them of whoever they lost. And that's what Olivia's House is about, is not being afraid to share stories and memories and to live on by doing these things. There's a balloon release that Olivia's House does, which to me is one of the most powerful rituals they do, where the children and families write notes on a helium balloon and then we all release them at the same time. And the idea is that note goes up to their loved one, and just watching it is really powerful.
One of the unique things about Olivia's House is that we're just connecting children who are grieving, whether that's cancer, whether that's suicide, whether that's just natural loss. or accident or trauma. We're just connecting those children together. And they find a common thread. They find similarities, not differences. That's always fascinating to me.
I'll always remember that it helped me. I feel better now.
We are in this together.
We're in this together.